Hello, I'm Lindsay Jane Hunter and I'm making this video today for Murray Hall Creative Therapeutic Services and today's video is about how to make a worry doll. So this is a little worry doll and the legend of the worry dolls, the story of the worry dolls is that you make your worry doll, and when you make it you put all your brave, strong, calm feelings in there. And it's very special because you've made it for yourself. And then before you go to sleep at night, you tell the worry doll everything that's worrying you. You share your worries with it. And then you put it under your pillow or you keep it somewhere next to your bed. And the worry doll is going to hold tight onto all your worries during the night and get rid of them for you so that you can have a really lovely sleep and the worry doll can take your worries away. So that's the worry doll. And the ones that we're making today are going to look a bit like this. And to make a worry doll that looks a bit like this, you will need one pipe cleaner, one bead, a pair of scissors, and 2 different colours of wool. Whatever colours you like best, or whatever colours you've got in your house. Doesn't really matter too much. You can make a worry doll out of anything. So if you like the idea of a worry doll but you don't have these things at your house, you could make a little worry doll out of some old fabric you've got lying around, or a peg, or cardboard, or a toilet roll tube that you decorate. You can make a worry doll out of absolutely anything. You can be really creative and use your imagination and use whatever you like. But today I'll show you how to do one out of pipe cleaners and wool. So if you've got some, you can do it with me. And I'd love to see a photo if you've got any that you could share afterwards. So this is our worry doll. Okay, so this is how we make it. So get your one pipe cleaner. I'm going to chop off about 1/3. So if you divided your pipe cleaner in 3, about 1/3, one of those sections. Doesn't have to be exact about that, and we just chop it off. And we need that bit. So keep it safe, put it somewhere because you're going to need it later on. And you take your longer bit that's left and fold it in half like this and give it a good bend. So it makes a shape like that, like a kind of V shape with a bend in it. Okay, and then we just put those down safely and we'll need them a bit later on. And then you need to choose the colour of wool that you're going to want the hair to be. So in this worry doll I've been a bit fancy and I've used 2 colours at the same time. And you can do that, not a problem, but it's the hair that we're doing now. So the hair for the one I'm going to show you is going to be a lovely pink colour. So I've got my pink wool and I'll just get the end of the wool ready to get the end bit. If I wanted to do 2 colours, what I would do is I would get the other colour as well, hold them next to each other and just do exactly what I'm going to show you but with 2 pieces in your hand. I'll just show you with one colour for now. So here's my pink wool. And what you're going to do is hold the wool between your thumb and your finger for the hand that you don't write with. So I'm right-handed, so I'll use my right hand to do the twizzling bit, and you can use your kind of stronger hand for that. So you hold it between your thumb and your first finger, your pointing finger, and this is a little bit tricky. We're going to make big loops. So you're going to make a loop with the wool, loop it all the way up, and then hold it between your thumb and forefinger again. And the longer your loops are, the longer the hair on your worry doll is going to be. So if you do little tiny loops around your fingers like this, it's going to be much quicker, and you can do that, but you'll have very short hair on your worry doll. I like mine to have lots of hair because I like fiddling with the hair. I like being able to plait it and tie it up and pull it out into different shapes, but you can do whatever you like with yours, and you can cut the hair at the end if you feel like there's too much. So you can do big long loops. If you're finding this really tricky, then what you could do is you can ask somebody else to hold their fingers like this for you, and you can loop around their fingers and use their fingers to loop around. And that can be a bit easier. If you're doing it on your own or you're not finding this tricky, then you can do your loops like this. The more loops that you do, the more hair your worry doll will have. So like I said, I like mine to have loads of hair, so I'm going to do loads of loops and they're going to be really long. But you could do a bit less than this, or you could do them a bit shorter, or you can do as many colours as you've got all at the same time and have like rainbow hair, which would be very cool. So I'll stop there, and then you just cut off your wool. Chop. And so you've got loop like this. And what you want to do with your loop is get that pipe cleaner that you folded in half earlier and put it like this through the loop, so the loop goes in the bend. And those are the ends like this. And then you're going to take a bead, whatever you've got, and slide those two ends through the bead and pull it all the way down to the hair. And then when you turn it the other way up, you'll see that what you've got is hair and a head and the beginnings of a body. If I'm going too fast, just pause the video, catch up, and then do the next bit, because I make these a lot and I know I can be a bit speedy. So then you're going to get that little bit of pipe cleaner that you chopped off earlier, and just underneath the head, it's going to give itself a hug like this, and that's going to give you your arms. So then what you've got is your head, your arms, and your legs. And I like to just twizzle the legs around a little bit like this, so that I get a really good body shape. So I've got arms, body, legs, head, and loads of hair. Okay, so there you can see your shape starting to come up now. And then the next thing is that we're going to wrap the body in our second colour of wool. So you can see on the one I showed you earlier, I had a green pipe cleaner at the hands and blue wool that I wrapped the body in. But this one I'm showing you now, I'm going to do a yellow body. So I've got my yellow wool, and again I'm going to find the end of my wool here. And I think the best way to do this is to hold your poor worry doll upside down, because it keeps all the hair out the way while you're doing the body. And you need to get a bit of the end, and if you start just underneath the head, leave an end dangling, maybe pop it down with the hair so it's out the way, but leave an end, because at the end, when we're finished, you're going to need to tie up the wool, and that bit's going to really help you do that. So you start under the head and you wrap the wool around the worry doll. So let me show you here. So you're just going to wrap it all the way around, and then you can go down an arm like this, wrapping in circles all the way down the arm, and then all the way back again to the body. So this can take a little bit of time to get the hang of, and if you're not happy with the colour, you could do it again all the way up and all the way down again. And when you get back to the body, you kind of go across the body and onto the other arm, and you do the same thing all the way up the other arm like this, round and round and round and round and round, and almost to the end, and then back again. You start taking it back to the body so that it goes all the way back again. So what I would say about this is the first time you do it, it's a bit fiddly. When you get back to the body, then you can start going round the middle of the body. And you go all the way around the body like this. You're probably doing this more slowly than I am, and that's absolutely fine. If you need to pause, just pause, catch up, and then start again. When you get down to the legs, you go down one leg first, and you do just like the arms, go all the way down to the bottom. The first time you do this, it will probably be really fiddly. And then if you do a second one, it will all make sense. And after that, they're really relaxing. And I have worked with young people before that just used to make these to calm down, because this winding of the wool is really calming and relaxing once you get the hang of it. And all the way down the other leg. There we go, look. And then back down to the body again. Again, take your time, don't rush just because I'm going fast. And then when you get back there, you're going to go all the way back up the body, back up to the neck where we started, like this. Here we go. That's it. And then when you get all the way back up to the neck, you've got this handy strand that you left earlier, and we'll chop off the long bit. And then these two bits here, tie in a really tight knot. We'll tie those in a knot. You might want to do a couple of goes just to make sure it's really strong. And then once you've got a really strong knot there, just under the head, you can get your scissors and chop the wool really close to the knot. There we go. Get rid of those ends. And then you've got an amazing worry doll. And then you can choose what you do with your hair. You could just leave it exactly like that. If you want to give it a little haircut, you can turn it upside down and chop straight across at whatever length you want it to be. And then instead of loops, you have kind of ends. And you can leave it like that to kind of fiddle with, feels really nice. Or you could do it in plaits, or like the one I showed you earlier, you could put a little bobble in, or a little extra bit of wool, so it's got a kind of ponytail. Do whatever you like with it. And then this little worry doll is nice and bendy, so you can bend it around, you can play with it, you can tell it all your worries before you go to bed at night and see if it helps take them away for you. These are worry dolls. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that's been helpful for you, and I'll send another video again soon. Bye.